Actually, I'm here to talk about education. Education, particularly in context of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Education is the fabric that designs the fabric of the nation. So we can say that the fabric of a nation is spun in the looms of its classrooms. The quality of education provided in the classroom designs the quality of its citizens, of its society and the country itself. Coming to education and learning, they both are two sides of the same coin, that's what I believe. On the one hand, education is imparting of knowledge, skills, values, habits, etc. from one society, from a society to the other. That is from one generation to the other. But on the other hand, learning is the acquiring of those skills, values, knowledge, etc. and using it for improvement of one's living conditions or lifestyles. Coming to the present scenario, we all send our children to schools for acquiring knowledge. We know that a system of education, learning, teaching, learning takes place in a systematic manner in all the schools. And for that reason, children are sent to schools. We all know that teaching takes place in schools without any doubt. But when it comes to learning, are we sure that the expected level of learning is achieved in classrooms? That is a big question mark. The CBSE has given out learning objectives, and I know that many of us are not aware of that. And if you go to classrooms, even many classrooms and many teachers do not look towards that, whether whatever they have taught, they have achieved the goals of learning. If you look up to the classroom, a classroom of 40 children, we see that about 20-25% of children will be able to grasp whatever is taught to them, very enthusiastic to learn, always ahead of in every work, submitting the works, doing the works on time, and they outstand the others. The next 20-25% of children would be such, with some motivation, they would be able to come out, they'll be able to do the work on time, they complete the copies, get it signed, and they feel that, yes, they have learned something. But the remaining 50-60% of children, they are the ones who are not interested. That is a real fact in classrooms. In most of the classrooms. I won't say that all the classrooms have 50-60% children who are not interested in learning. But that is what I have been observing for the past 40 years, 42 years. And these 50-60% of children, but we see that in the annual result, they all pass on the exams. Now, how is that done? We see that the system of education, if you come to the system of education, it focuses mainly on the examination. In the examination, if you see, 20% marks are provided for internal assessment. 80% marks are for what the child writes in the exam and the child achieves. So schools, what they do provide to all the children. So 15 to 20 marks when children receive, this includes the children who are of the 50 to 60%. So these children, they receive 15 to 20 marks. Now they are supposed to achieve hardly 13 to 18 marks because the pass mark is only 33%. So for this 33%, they do not need to put a lot of effort because already the school is providing the 15 to 20 marks. Now, in the question paper, if you see the blueprint, we see that question papers are set in such a manner that 33% of questions are very easy type questions, objective type questions. And these children who are, we can say, that not very interested, who are lagging behind, and they're not understanding the basic learning process as well. But when it comes to achieving the result, we see that they pass out the exam. So this is how they pass out. Now you consider this passing out of the exam in class 10, in class 12. What type of fabric are we providing to the country? This education pattern, these children when they grow up, when they go to colleges, when they go to universities, and we know that, okay, some of them, they may work hard, they may change, and they do well, and they do achieve success. But many of them are not able to achieve anything in life. And that is the fact in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands as well. You see that learning is a continuous process. It goes on from the womb to tomb. It goes on till the last breath of life. But when it comes to education, it is for a certain period. And these children who are left out and without understanding what they have learned in schools, and they go on with that life. Now the recent addition by the government is the common university entrance exams. Children, even after passing out their class 12 standard, if they want to go to get admission in the UG or PG, not engineering or medicine, in other courses, in central government universities, they have to appear this exam. A child who has been focusing throughout the session to get good marks in the board exam, now that becomes useless because the merit will be decided on the CUET. So in the common university entrance test, the child has to appear and the child will have to score good marks, and again the struggle begins. Today morning, I was preparing for the breakfast and lunch, chopping all the vegetables and all, and suddenly I saw a big, what you call it, black ant. And this ant has got a tiny piece of coconut, and it was trying to escape here and there. My first impulse was to kill it, but then I said no, it's not good. I left it. And after doing all the work, what I found was that the ant was there itself, going here, going there, and finally, while cleaning everything, the ant got killed. This is the condition of our children. After all the struggle, all the hard work, they come out of the class 12, they somehow achieve a degree, and after achieving the degree, what is next? It is a big question mark. They do not find jobs. Unemployment level is increasing. If we take the data of the Directorate of Education, we see that in 19 and 20, there are 53 secondary schools and 67 senior secondary schools. Out of these schools, hardly there are 5 principals, regular principals. How does a school run then? Schools are run by teacher in charges. Teacher in charges themselves are not competent to get the work done. So what work is being done? Work is being done for, regular work, routine work. That is setting the timetable, arranging teachers to classes. These type of works are being done in the classrooms. Now think of the children, who is there to think for the learning skills of child? Learning objectives are totally neglected. And when you look in the classroom, a teacher gets 40 to 45 minutes period in a particular class with a group of 40 to 45 children. In some schools there are 60 children as well in the classroom. Teacher does not even get 1 minute per child. And during this small short period of time, the teacher is supposed to teach the syllabus, to clear the doubts of children, and then if there is some problem with the class, teacher has to solve the problem of the class, and then the teacher is also supposed to take care of the tests going on, and all those, a lot of work in the class. So teachers on their toes, running up and down, all running with the syllabus. During this running of the syllabus, teacher is not even aware that what I am teaching is not understood by my children. Children in the classroom do not understand the concept clearly. Some children, they are very bright, they are very intelligent, they do understand. Parents are there to support. But majority of the children, when I talk about children, I talk about just a common school. I talk about the common child. I don't talk about children from very high families. Parents are there to support. But these children are the neglected ones. Parents are also not very educated. They don't know what's happening. And then we see that these children are just, they go on like that. Till the exam it goes on, and in the exam they are passing out. And this is the condition of education. Not only in Andaman, we can say it is almost throughout the country. Now comes the pandemic. 2019 and 2020 onwards, we had the lockdown for 2 years, the continuous lockdown. Because of that, the education has again gone back to the backseat. Education is not given priority, education is not looked upon to, and children at home are very comfortable. You ask children whether they want to go to school, they unanimously say no. We are happy at home. We'll do these online studies only. They have become very comfortable with online studies. But what happened in the online studies? Teachers have been providing notes or teaching through online, and the children, whether they understood the concept or not, nobody knows. Now after 2 years, when children are coming to the classrooms, what do we see? We see that children are, back. Children, the child who is in class 10, the child is acquiring the knowledge and understanding that of class 8 or class 7. The child does not have the understanding and knowledge that the child should possess of that of class 10. Same thing in all the classes. If the child is in class 8, the knowledge of the child is 1 year to that of class 5 or 6. So in that way, a big setback has come out. And these children now, they have been totally, engrossed with the mobiles. Schools at once upon a time told the children not to use mobiles. Had been advising parents, don't give mobiles to your children. Now schools, what they are telling parents? Buy smartphones. We are giving lessons through online. The child must have a smartphone. And children are taking advantage of the situation, They have the mobiles in their hands, and instead of elder ones, not the younger ones, elder ones, instead of studies, they do all the other nonsense. They know all the things and all. And when the exam comes, small children also, I have seen the papers. When it is exam time and we give the question paper online, children are supposed to write at home and submit. What they are doing, they open Google, they check the answer, and they write the answer along with the link of the answer. From back they copy. They don't know. They simply have been copying. Along with the link, maybe the question is that of BSc level. And the child is answering class 4 and 5 science, EVS. For this, the child is answering a BSc level answer, and along with that, Google link. Go to this and this link. This is really happening. I have seen that. And if this is the condition, what is going to be the future of these children? And who is bothered about them? Is our system bothered about them? No. I don't see the system is bothered. If the system is bothered, they should be doing something for the teachers. They should be providing orientation for teachers. They should be seeing that children are learning. The learning objectives are achieved or not. Nothing is being done. And today's schools, there is just a competition to get the best results. And schools are, focusing not on anything else except academics. You come to school, do your homework, submit your assignments, do the project, and you have to get good marks. 10th and 12th children, they suffer the most. Why? Because they are not allowed any co-curricular activities, they're not sent to the grounds, and everything is taboo for them. Why? They are the board class children. You have to only study, you have to only write the exams, and you have to score good marks. But when this goes on, do we think of the child? The child who is in class 10th or 12th, and finally what is the outcome? The result is the same result. Those 25, 30, 40% children, they score good marks, and the rest of them, those 40, 50, 60, they score 40 to 50% marks. Where are they going to compete in life? And this is something really that needs to be taken care of, that needs to be understood, and something needs to be done very positively for the children of the classroom. But until and unless something is done, the future is going to be very, very bleak. We talk about artificial intelligence today. My mobile will not, if I do not wear my specs, my mobile will not recognize me. That is artificial intelligence. When we are going to an era of artificial intelligence, do we think of the real human intelligence that we are having in the classrooms? These children are the future of a country. They are the future of a society, and nobody is bothered. It has come to the values. I see that after the pandemic, children were coming to classrooms, that level of learning has decreased. They're more concerned about, their looks, the swanky gadgets they have, and the clothes they wear, but not what they ought to study. That part is missing. If they are studying also, doing all the rest of the work, then fine, very good, nothing to worry. But the concern is that children are everywhere except the studies. And then we see that these children, now they started writing language. The language paper, you see, they use, instead of Y-O-U, they write U. One E. And 10,000 they write, 12,000 they write, and then I'm like shouting at them, what you're writing, this is not SMS, this is a subject, this is a literature paper. So they started using this language in the papers, in the notebooks. So they are used to that. I can't blame them, because they have been using the SMS language, the WhatsApp and finally now it is affecting their studies. The learning skills are getting affected. And this is what should happen in a society. Not only we care about us, we have to care about our neighbors, we have to care about others. Children need to care about their friends in the classroom. Children need to care about their neighbors. And if these values are declining, that is a matter of great concern. But basic things children are totally unaware of. They are learning not for life, learning for an examination. What they have learned last year, today you ask them, we see that they do not know basic things. Last year you learned, they simply start. So until and unless learning takes place for a life, not for examination, the system of education can never change. And it depends on the teachers. Teachers need to be motivated, teachers need to be provided orientation, teachers need to be given all the latest skills that we talk about. And until and unless that is taken care of, education cannot change the destiny of a nation, the destiny of children. Thank you so much.